Okay, picture your Instagram for a second. You probably designed it as this beautifully curated digital storefront window, right? Just to attract brides and grooms. But what if the real money is actually being made out back in like a VIP industry mixer?
That is exactly the mission of our deep dive today. We're exploring a comprehensive growth guide on how you can transform your social media from just a simple client portfolio into a powerhouse B2B networking tool.
Right, because the digital ecosystem has evolved so much.
It really has. Your peers, the planners, florists, venues, they're using these platforms to decide who they actually want to work with.
Yeah, but if Instagram is this VIP mixer, you can't just walk in without a name tag. We need to talk about profile optimization first.
Absolutely. Because before you can shake hands, people need to know exactly who you are.
Exactly. So, assuming you already have the basics down, how does discovery actually work now for other professionals?
Well, it really comes down to semantic search. Instagram doesn't just look at hashtags anymore, it reads context.
Wait, so just slapping photographer in the bio isn't enough anymore?
No, definitely not. You have to weave in phrases that planners are actually typing into the search bar. Think along the lines of preferred vendor or venue partner.
See, whenever I hear SEO, I immediately picture those spammy bios packed with buzzwords. It just looks completely robotic.
Oh, sure.
How do we trigger the algorithm without looking, desperate to a human planner?
That is the exact trap you want to avoid. The algorithm gets you in the door, but clarity is what keeps you in the room. You integrate those keywords naturally into a highly specific niche specialization.
Right, because a busy planner doesn't care about a generic list of terms.
Exactly. They want to know your exact utility. So if your bio says something like specializing in low-light historical venue photography, that hits the search algorithm for historical venue and tells the planner exactly what logistical problem you solve for them.
Oh, wow, that makes total sense. But an optimized bio is still just a passive billboard.
Yeah, it's just the start.
Right, so how do we take that and turn it into active networking? I like to think of your content less like a backstage pass and more like a resume of crisis management.
I love that analogy. Planners aren't hiring you for your final, pristine photos. They're hiring you for your problem-solving skills.
Because a bride wants to see the magic show, but a venue coordinator wants to see how you built the trap door so nobody falls in.
Exactly. And this is where you use features like Instagram Reels, not just for a slow-motion kiss, but to show, say, how your team flipped a rained-out ceremony space in 20 minutes.
That proves to a coordinator that you won't fall apart when things inevitably go wrong.
Right. It showcases the gritty, authentic workflow. You tag the lighting tech who saved the day or give a story shout-out to the caterer who managed the timeline shift.
And practically speaking, when you tag them, you inject your brand directly into their digital ecosystem.
Precisely. That behind-the-scenes authenticity proves you are a collaborative team player.
But tagging is still just casting a net, right? Eventually, you have to initiate contact and actually close the partnership.
Yes, you do.
So how do we slide into a vendor's DMs without sounding like a cold-calling telemarketer?
Well, this requires absolute precision. Don't just send a DM saying, hey, great job on that wedding. You have to provide actionable value.
Right, make it about solving their problems, not pitching your services.
Exactly. Look at a venue's recent post. Find a lighting challenge they clearly faced, and DM them explaining exactly how your specific floral rig could highlight that ceiling architecture next time.
That is brilliant. And this strategy scales across platforms too. If you look at the Weddizer website, they really emphasize using their platform for business purposes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you can find guidance through the article section on the Weddizer website related to your specific niche on how to deal with wedding events.
That's a great point. The vendors who successfully build B2B networks don't stop at Instagram. They use resources like Weddizer to analyze industry trends.
Right, and then there's LinkedIn, where you share actual case studies.
Exactly, like a breakdown of how your catering team handled a 300-person dietary restriction curveball. And Pinterest is great for driving long-term visual traffic.
But to know if any of this is working, you have to measure the right things. I mean, likes and comments are great for the ego, but what does this mean for the bottom line?
You have to completely shift your perspective on metrics. A bride might like a pretty dress photo, but a planner is going to save or share a post about how you handled a logistical nightmare.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you need to monitor your analytics specifically for profile visits, direct message initiation rights, and saves. If your collaborative content is driving those actions, your B2B strategy is actively working.
It completely flips the script. Success in the modern wedding industry relies just as heavily on building a trusted vendor network as it does on attracting couples.
You're building a reliable, interconnected ecosystem around your business, rather than just waiting for the next client to walk through the door.
Which brings us back to our industry mixer. You've optimized your digital name tag, you've shown you can handle a crisis, and you're tracking the data.
It's all about proactive connection.
Exactly. But we want to leave you with a final thought to ponder today. If your main social media account suddenly disappeared tomorrow, is your real-world B2B referral network strong enough to keep your business fully booked?